Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to CrickBuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
Year ender. And so time to pick the test team of the year. Now, there was not a lot of cricket going around. It was still better than 2020, by the way. But a lot of teams just didn't play enough cricket. So bear with me with the choices that I've made. Because not always been very easy, not always lots of options going around. So bear with me nonetheless. Just keep in mind though, that this is not a collection of the best players in the world. This is based on the performances in 2021, and wherever there was a tie-break, I've gone with my gut feel, my instinct, my choice, just as you would with yours in that situation. And that's why people will pick different sides. So let's start with the openers. Once again, a difficult phase in the history of cricket for opening batsmen. There's not wow players going around everywhere like there used to be in another era. But I was happy to still have 5 people to choose from. There's Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul, who did so well in England, Lahiru Thirimani and Dimuth Karunaratne, and Abid Ali of Pakistan. And before I go ahead, my best wishes to Abid Ali's family. He's had a late start and he's done so well in Test cricket thereafter. I so hope he recovers and comes back and has a really good Test match career, because those are great stories. As I said, someone who started very late. So wish Abid Ali and his family really well. And Dimuth Karunaratne. I've been saying this for years. When I saw him first, I thought there's something about Karunaratne, and he was one of the more frustrating players to watch up and down the order. Finally got runs behind him. But I've gone with 2 players. I thought Rohit Sharma was the standout opening batsman this year, always good in home conditions. But in England this year, he was just in a different league. And then Rohit Sharma averaged 47.68, but made 900 runs. Karunaratne made those runs in fewer innings at an average of 69.38. I'm happy with those two. I've got a right-hander and a left-hander. Then let's go to number 3. Didn't play too many test matches. There's not a lot of standout number 3s, by the way. And so it was pretty easy to pick Marnus Labuschagne. Played at start of the year, played end of the year. Was, as I said, a peculiar year, but he's just in fantastic form. His numbers were very good. He got runs against India, he's got runs against England. So Labuschagne at 3 was easy. The easiest, of course, was Joe Root at number 4. I mean, just look at the number of runs he made. Joe Root, 1,544 runs, 6 centuries, 64 batting average, and just held up that side. When Joe Root played well, England were competitive. When Root didn't play well, there was nothing to look forward to with England. Every match that England won, Joe Root had a huge contribution to make. Root at number 4 is just in there. Now, who have we got at 5, 6, and 7? 5 is a lovely story. Kept making runs in domestic cricket for a long time, but his side just didn't pick him, and he became a sort of cult figure in his country. Had a very peculiar stance. You looked at him and said, right, how is he going to score his runs? Made 300s in the year, and it was joy watching Fawad Alam bat. So Fawad Alam is my number 5. It's a key position in Test match cricket, but he's earned it. He's also a left-hander, but yeah, another wonderful story coming out of Pakistan. So Fawad Alam at number 5. Now I'm looking at 6, 7, and 8. I looked at what the best team day in, day out in Test match cricket this year did, and that was India. And India said, right, we'll play a wicketkeeper who can bat at 6, and we'll have a combination of bowling and keeping skills at 6, 7, and 8 to provide a well-rounded side. And I thought that logic made sense, especially if you've got a pretty good top 5. And so I've gone with Rishabh Pant at number 6. There were options. Liton Das had a really good year for Bangladesh, averaged close to 50, and Mohammad Rizwan is a wonderful batsman. I went with Rishabh Pant because he played game-changing innings. Whether it was almost pulling it off at Sydney before Ashwin and Hanuma Vihari did that fantastic innings in Brisbane. Then he got a 90 and 100 against England, and his wicket keeping, which was always a bit suspect against spin, just went to another level. So I've got Rishabh Pant at 6, also because he's a batsman that the opposition is worried about. So Rishabh Pant at 6. I'll keep 7 for a little later. Number 8 is my spinner. And there was one spinner who was better than everybody else. He's just the number 1 spinner in the world at the moment. Had a wonderful resurgence to his batting. In fact, in many ways, he was probably the all-rounder of the year. But I've gone with Ravichandran Ashwin, 52 wickets and a batting average of 28. So I've gone with Ashwin at number 8. Now, I'm looking at a spin bowling all-rounder at number 7. Ideally, a left-arm spin bowling all-rounder. Ravindra Jadeja was ideal for that, but just didn't have enough games, enough numbers. This year, Akshar Patel came in, took all his wickets at one kind of surface. And I just thought, okay, I've got Labuschagne, who'll give me a little bit of spin. I've got Root, who'll give me a little bit of spin. And I've looked for seam bowling all-rounders, and I could not look further than Jason Holder. He'll never concede runs, and I think he's a proper batsman coming in at number 7. So I've got Holder at 7, Ashwin at 8, and I think with Pant, Holder, Ashwin, I've got 6, 7, 8 covered. And what that means is 9, 10, 11, I can go for just pure pace bowling. People will get me wickets. So who have I got for those 3? Shaheen Shah Afridi is in fantastic form. Left-hander, swings the ball. He's got very decent pace. I went with Afridi and I went with Nortje, out-and-out fast bowler. So I've got a left-hander, I've got an out-and-out fast bowler. I wanted a different kind of bowler, and I found that in Kyle Jamieson. Wonderful start to his career, gets good bounce as well from that height, bats really well. That was not a consideration for me, but Jamieson will add to the depth in the batting. I just thought the bounce that he gets, wonderful control over length, swings it a little bit. And I thought if I've got Afridi, Nortje and Jamieson, I really don't need to look further. So I'm very happy with my side. I still think the bowling is a lot stronger than the batting, but that's the way teams are going in Test match cricket in the last couple of years. The bowlers have outperformed the batsmen. So I would have liked to have had one more genuine pedigreed batsman, but I'm happy with those 5. I'm very happy with 6, 7, 8 and 9, 10, 11 are fantastic. I hope you agree with my side.